I want to go back to like the jungle. I think Mark, you had something you wanted to talk about concerning Peanut and his like pathing.
Yeah, so I guess we can pull this up. This was something from the ROX versus EDG series, and I mean, obviously Peanut's just better than Clear Love, so we saw him getting better ganks off good counter ganks and stuff. But I think what really surprised me about Peanut is just he's super creative and does stuff that like I don't know how he thinks it's gonna work, and for some reason it does. So there's a clip here where I don't know if you're ready to play it, but basically what happens is Peanut. I think this is a set play where they want to contest the pushing of Aurelion Soul. So Peanut and Kuro are like trying to set something up where Kuro's going to trade really heavily onto scouts to like bait a fight, and then Peanut comes in after his wolves and like joins, and they try and get it. It could have been a reaction play because he's walking through mid anyways, but this could be a set play. So this kind of stuff I like to see. If this is a set play, then that's awesome. I think you can punish picks like the Aurelion Soul that is expected to be kind of high priority maybe. Though I'm not sure if, you're going to see it out of Faker. But then the more interesting thing is what he does afterwards, because instead of just clearing bot side and assuming that Clear Love's going to clear his top side, he, for some reason, after Wraiths, wraps back around and invades the top side of Clear Love and tries to like either kill him or like this is the part that was so crazy. He's like, I don't know what he's thinking he's going to get done here, because you would think that Clear Love is just going to take his red, smite it, be high health, and then you can't actually really win the fight versus him. But for some reason he knows he's not going to be there or something, and he gets into the top side and gets some wards down, counter jungles a little bit, and then it ends up where he calls down Fiora and they kill Clear Love in the jungle. So I think this kind of stuff is like really scary because SKT's junglers have not been super impressive. They've been fine. But like when you're going up against someone doing like crazy shit like this, like I don't know how Blank's gonna react.
The weird thing about this is,
do you think that? Well, what I want to know is like, do you think Peanut knew Olaf was going to his blue, or when he was walking up to his red?
I think he might have thought so because it's pretty common. Like if a Lee Sin leaves a blue up, they saw that he left the blue up because he went mid. It's pretty common for the enemy jungler to go try and take that blue away so that you can't do a handoff later. So I think he might have like anticipated that and went into the other dude's topside jungle to start counter jungling on opposite sides of the map, and then would just fucking kill him at some point or run away. So like, I don't know if he's like that next level or if it was like that's what's so surprising to me.
Yeah, it's the weird part is how he goes to the red, waits, decides, then is like, okay, fuck this shit, I'm going to Krogs, and then goes back to red and calls down Smep. It's like, for me, it doesn't.
He doesn't even.
He doesn't even finish the Krogs. It's like he knows. I honestly think that maybe he thinks that Klilov's gonna go to the crab, and maybe the crab's at the top side of the river, and then he's going to go to red. I don't know if he thinks he's going to take... I don't think he knows that, or I don't think he thinks that Clove's going to take his blue, because he waits for so long at red. And if he thinks that he's going to take his blue, why not call Smep down and just collapse on him at the blue?
Right.
That would... You know what I mean? It's like there's so many. I have more questions about this than answers. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know what the fuck Peanut's thinking. Like I look at this and I think this is. I look at this and I don't like. I see your point, like 100%. Like this is fucking genius. But it's like, at what point do we start going like so far past genius? Yeah, like that's my question. You know, it's like I like he walks up and then like Klilov's at his blue. I think, honest to God, I think he just thinks that Klilov's on the crab. I don't think he thinks he's taking the blue. Because why would Klilov take blue? He's got no lane pressure. Like his mid lane isn't base. His top lane's getting pushed in. Why would Klilov ever invade here? Like it's fucking suicide.
He thinks like Clear Love. So like this is when you start getting really like hypothetical.
Yeah, this is it, isn't it? Like,
I think Clear Love is assuming that after this weird fight that Peanut's going to go clear his bot side jungle after that mid fight. Yeah, so he's like, Peanut's going to be bot side. I can get his blue here, so I'm going to do that. And I think Peanut's just like super next levels him maybe. And he's like, nah, dog, I'm in your jungle.
There's no way. You know, I would love to hear like the comms as soon as like when Clearlove like starts taking his red and he sees the Sonic Wave just fly past him. Is like,
yeah, he misses it.
This guy's in my jungle. What is he doing here? Like, why isn't he on the bottom side? Because I guarantee EDG bot lane is like, all right, the Lee Sin's at bottom side of the map, guys. Play safe. Don't fucking do anything.
So Mark, the first time you showed me this, what I thought Peanut's idea was to catch a low HP Olaf at red, like the first time he invades. So right now, where the thing is paused, Klov is taking blue. He doesn't know he's at Peanut. Obviously doesn't know he's at blue, but he invades, and I think it's either one of two things, where he either knows that Clearlove is either going to be at blue stealing blue because he thinks Peanut is bot, or he's going to be at red, and either way he's going to be kind of low, and if Lee Sin gets the drop on him and can, like, you don't even need to steal red, for example, but if you smite red away so he can't get the health buff and you hit both parts of Q on Lee Sin, you can probably execute a low HP Olaf. But it's like, yeah,
But-
I'm a bit like George. It's so many questions, you know?
The weird thing is that I think Peanut used his second smite on the Wraith camp on his side of the jungle before he went topside.
Oh,
So
okay.
like
Yeah,
he
like you
didn't-
can see on the map right here, he
Yeah, he
actually
doesn't
doesn't
have
have smite.
Yeah.
So
right.
there's-
So your concern is that like if Lee Sin goes for that invade and Olaf just smites red, gets a shitload of health, and then just starts fighting a Lee Sin with red buff, when Lee Sin doesn't have red, I think Lee Sin just gets
loses.
shit on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lee
so-
Sin loses.
And I think Peanut would know that like Olaf
Yeah.
will probably have smite. Like there's so like you said, there's so many questions. You're like, how the fuck does Peanut reach this conclusion? And then like the fact that he gets like such a good play off it is crazy.
I mean,
And then
I'm
he kills
calling
mid
it-
right
I-
after.
Yeah, and then, yeah,
I think this is
thought
a
that
Peanut
part as well.
XD right here. I think this is a Peanut XD that got lucky. Honest to God, that's the only, like, the analyst in me. It's just like I can't see his logic. I'd need him to explain it to me. Maybe this is some next level scouting. Maybe they'd scrimmed EDG, and maybe he like is just super intuitive with regards to how other junglers think. Because I know there are some junglers that are like that. Like when I used to work with Rainover on Fnatic, he's super intuitive on how other junglers think, and he will like study their pathing, and he'll know where you are on the map. Like it doesn't matter how much information he's got, he'll just know. I don't know how he does it. He's just fucking smart. That's the explanation I can give to you, you know. And like, I mean, and I'm sure some of you have worked with junglers before who kind of have that like next level intuition.
Revolta is like in Brazil. He was especially in Brazil, right, which is a wildcard region. He was at a level where, like, when I had scrims with him on Keed or Kate or whatever, the guy is scrimming, right, and you're watching the scrim and you're seeing him ping, like every second he's pinging where the jungler is, and he's actually there. So yeah, I think it's a trait of a good jungler.
Yeah, but yeah, that's like my point is that so I would need Peanut to explain to me why he knows Clearlove is like at certain points on the map for me to believe this is a good play. Otherwise, I'm afraid like I'm calling this out as a Peanut XD. I think I just can't.
We would need comms and a POV stream.
Yeah,
of Peanut, I think.
The weird thing is like sometimes when you run into that jungler who's just like, no, I know this is gonna happen, and you're like, why? Sometimes you're just like, because I know. And then you don't even
Yeah.
get a satisfactory answer. You're just
know.
like, what?
Yeah, it's so frustrating. But I mean, fair play to Peanut. Like, I like the fact that he goes for it though. It makes it really exciting because you know at some point something's gonna happen, like with Peanut, and he's gonna do something. Like you never get a boring game with Peanut. Like that never happens. That's what I really like about Peanut.
Yeah, and I think this kind of ties into my point about like if ROX like are hitting this high where they're like next gearing, like they can beat SKT. But if it's a Peanut XD, it's just like, wait, you're just dead in my jungle now. Then yeah. like SKT will punish that.